Hello everyone. My garden's been doing a lot of growing lately, so thought I'd go ahead and give you an update what's going on. The potatoes that sprouted in the kitchen, getting a lot of green on them. That's good to see. Hopefully this dirt's kind of deep, so maybe I'll get a few potatoes out of those. Smoked the leaf on this one, and it is celery. Thanks, Babette, for that advice. So it's not parsley, it's definitely celery. Second year, so didn't work last year. I don't know what's going to happen this year. I don't think any of the herbs are sprouting. That might be one there. That's about it. Just mostly weeds. Weeds are starting to sprout. So hopefully those will start picking up soon. Get the green onion going to seed. And the kale, putting on a bunch of seeds. That bunch down on the bottom for some reason. So, need to wrap those up to keep the bugs off of them, catch the seeds when they're ready. I don't know. Can you take these off when they're still green and they'll be good? I doubt it, but anyway. Whole bunch of them. A lot of them don't really. I just don't know if they didn't get pollinated, and that's why they don't create the pod, or if the birds are eating them while they're young. But should get a ton of kale seed if I do it right. Here's the main garden. It's a chore to keep up with the grass and the weeds that pop up in it, but doing pretty good with that. A bunch of squash coming up. The basil is not, but do have a bunch of squash that has sprouted. And there's our maple tree that landed in the yard 2 or 3 years ago. I'll let it go for now, but I told my boy that once it ruins the garden, it's got to come down. And let's see. Got some corn planted this year. Never grown corn before, so don't know what to expect from that. Not all of them have sprouted. I'd say only one. There's one there. Sprouted. I thought there was a third, but maybe not. So, we've got plenty more that need to come up. I think this is a melon, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I really need to do a better job of marking my seeds. The eggplant has pretty much stopped growing. It does have one eggplant getting started. We have had really cool weather the last 3 days, so that might be why. Bugs are eating the leaves that are touching the ground, and I did find my first flea beetle yesterday. So, hopefully those aren't a problem. My habaneros are putting on a ton of leaves, but look how small that is. I don't know why it's not growing, getting bigger. And I had 4 mystery things come up. This leaf almost makes me think cucumber, but I don't have a whole lot of cucumbers in my compost, so I'm not sure. And I also have a bunch of volunteer tomato plants. I need to be strong this year and pick them out, take them out before they overcrowd the garden. This cucumber's doing nicely. Had a rough start to life, but it's picked up very much. Another one of the habanero plants that just don't seem to be cooperating. And this is supposed to be, I think, a boonie pepper that has not sprouted. There's a couple tomato volunteers, so if that never comes up, then I'll just stick with the tomato volunteers. Not sure what that is. Could be corn, but doesn't look like the other ones. Another tomato volunteer that boonie pepper should come up from eventually. Don't know what I planted there. Wait and see what it comes up. And then all my beefsteak tomatoes. I had some bad looking leaves, like rust on it or something. I think it's just because we had so much rain for like a week and a half. So I picked all those off. Seemed to work. I mean, the leaves that are left on them don't seem to be getting that anymore. It's been really dry. Let's see, there's a few in there. Starting to put on tomatoes. And pretty much every plant has at least flowers starting. And then this is the plant that really took off, and it's got flowers everywhere. And my first beefsteak tomato of the year. So another beefsteak. This is some kind of pepper plant here. Jalapeno maybe, not even sure. I did plant some cucumbers here. They haven't come up yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. And these are 2 sunflower seed plants that are volunteers, basically from the birds knocking the bird food down and not eating the seed out of it. Here's a lemon tree. Some really nice lemons on here already. And normally most of these will fall off before they get to a good size. I got more getting ready to come on. And this is a thorny plant, in case you didn't know that. These are the Meyer lemons. And the plant was looking a little rough, but there's a whole lot of leaves starting to come on, so I think it's starting to definitely make a rebound. Here's another tomato plant in the pot. And over here, I believe this one's a jalapeno. The ones in the containers are doing pretty well. This is habanero, jalapeno, habanero. This is probably my best looking habanero. Really only need one of them to be productive. They make so many. But, you know, the more the merrier. And it hasn't rained for like 4 days, 5 days, and this dirt's still wet. So I may have to take Heirloom Review's advice and put some sand in there next time so it can drain better. These are some Patio container variety cherry tomatoes. And starting to get some flowers to start on it, but nothing has blossomed yet. Kind of a whole bunch of those, as well as habaneros. The story on the habaneros, I couldn't find seeds this year, so I bought an habanero at our local produce market. Just cut the habanero in half, put them both in a cup, and got a ton of these sprouting. So kind of looking forward to see how those work, and I'll probably end up overwintering those. This dirt's getting dry, probably needs to be watered. See, another tomato plant and some red peppers. We had a red pepper head fajitas a few weeks ago and just planted the seeds to see what would happen. I also have this tree. There's not a tree like this anywhere in our neighborhood, so I do not know where the seed came from it or even what kind of tree it is. If anybody knows, I'd love to know. And I'm just letting it go for now. So anyway, I thought that was kind of neat. Got raspberries growing like weeds. I don't know a lot about growing grapes in Cincinnati, but I'm almost thinking I should cut these out and grow grapes. We'd enjoy those a lot more, but I don't know how hard those are to grow, how well they grow here. The raspberries do okay, but they do attract a lot of bugs. So anyway, hoping these are going to do well. The one interesting thing, I don't know what I did with them, but I found 2 things that looked like wasp nests on the back of the cane, and I took it up and smashed it. I think there's one right here. Yeah, this right here. And the inside, and it's not a wasp nest, I don't know what it was, and I looked it up, and I almost think it might have been a praying mantis nest, which would really bother me because those would have been fun to have in the garden. As an arbor, I'm going to have the cucumbers grow up if they end up coming up. So over here, I got 2 more cucumbers, as well as a bunch of more raspberries. I forget what kind of pepper that is, but that one finally sprouted. This one has not. Okay, then down this I have snap peas, regular peas, onions and garlic and turnips. I did have radishes here, but it's too hot to grow those anymore. I have no idea what size you're supposed to pick snap peas, but I have a whole bunch of them. Probably need to come out and harvest them soon. Onions are doing okay. They're putting flowers on, which, surprise, but a friend of mine said that that's okay, so I guess I'll let the flowers go. Turnips did really well. This one's really big. I should probably eat that one soon. Some of them didn't get very big. Maybe they're too crowded, but you know, I got a bunch of big ones, so it makes me happy. The radish is going to seed. Deer like to eat these, so hopefully they leave enough for me to harvest a few. Pea pods are about ready to be picked, a bunch of them. Getting a bunch on, but not as productive as some years, so hopefully they keep adding more. I do need to get out here and harvest a few of them. They look like they're about ready. We love those, just pop them right out of the pod and eat them. This is the garlic. Garlic and the onions came straight from the kitchen. They didn't eat them fast enough, so they started sprouting. Just planted them in the garden. These two, I had a little extra space, didn't know what to throw. Had some old purple bumblebee cherry tomato seeds and added those in. Also have some, I think these are purple carrots. See how those go. And we got some more garlic, which seems to be doing really well. Never grown them in the ground before, just in a container. Hey, you break the leaf off. Smell it. It smells just like garlic. Got a lot of carrots growing here. There's regular carrots. And it's either the deer or rabbits or something every year eats these. So the last couple years I put bird netting over it, and that helps. They don't touch them. They grow just fine. Forward to those. This will be my hot pepper area. Way behind, so I don't know what I'm going to get out of these this year. I need to do a better job of starting these indoor. Oop, there's a bird. Hello, birdie. It's a little bird. Yeah, it's a baby bird. I think they're living up in this hedge here. Anyway, the pepper seeds, more habaneros from the pepper from the store. 15 cents for a whole bunch of habaneros. If you're interested on how to do that, I actually made a video, so be sure to check my videos. Alright, my Thai peppers that are barely coming up, but I need those. I make hot sauce, so I really need some of these to grow and at least make a few. There's a cherry tomato, or cherry pepper. That's a thick-walled hot pepper, which is pretty rare. Guajillo that hasn't sprouted. This is the yellow bell pepper we had from our fajitas that hasn't sprouted at all yet. Here's some more red bell peppers. Got plenty of those. Don't know if it's worth planting them elsewhere. Some jalapeno. Some more jalapeno. Another habanero. Starting to get some weeds here. I'll have to clean this out. And another habanero. And if you see my other videos, you would have known that this whole area was grass. And I'm not nearly done yet, but I at least started. Here's the asparagus that grows and comes back every year. Not really sure if it makes seeds or what the purpose of these flowers are, but I've never gotten a seed off of any of them. I'm pretty sure it was just one plant that ended up working, so it's probably not going to get seeds off of it. Got some more coming up down there. So over here I have some snow white cherry tomatoes that unfortunately have not come up yet, but I think it's because last night it got down to 46 degrees. It's been pretty cool here the last few days. Got a lot of grass sprouting I'm going to have to take out. I think this is, I don't even know what I planted here. I think some kind of, some white habanero, yellow mushroom, and I think patali. So those might take a while to sprout. And here's more red bell pepper. I believe that's a red bell pepper. And I still want to dig all this up, but I guess I'm going to have to plant something that grows super fast here, cucumbers or zucchini or something. But I'm lucky, my whole house gets almost enough sun on almost all four sides to grow stuff, the way the sun comes up and goes around it. So I'm able to grow a ton of food. You can tell this is not a very big yard. It's actually kind of a small yard. But we have all this we can grow, all this we can grow, the little bit I showed you over there with the herbs. And I actually put a couple red bell peppers in the front landscaping this year, and still have enough room to play with the kids. Our youngest is only 12, so still likes to play soccer and baseball and football and toss frisbee, so we don't want to really ruin the backyard, but still getting a ton of food out of it. Okay, so that's some update for today. It's June 1st. Hopefully my next video I'll start harvesting a few things other than just the peas. Anyway, thanks for watching, and be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and leave any helpful advice you can for me, because I'm by no means an expert in this. Thanks.